WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, Jarom and Tanner. Let's do it. Jarom and Tanner.
All right, it's understood the WCB Podcast. It's Jarom, it's Tanner. What's up, bud?
Oh, just hanging out, just trying to enjoy hockey, having a good time.
Having a good time. It's almost end of January. I don't know about you, but I don't think the Hawks are making the playoffs this year.
You never know. Anything can happen. It's not over till they say it's over.
Well, if you listen to anybody on social media, it's been over since they drafted Bedard. So,
buddy. Don't listen to people.
It's just funny. It's funny and it's frustrating. It's both. Like,
what's the it's like a Gordon Ramsay meme where he's like, "Oh, you sweet little thing," and it's like Macklin Celebrini, and then it's like Bedard, like, "You fucking donkey." It's like, yeah, they're so bad. By the way, I don't know if you realize this, Hawks are not in last place.
Really?
Fuck yeah, dude. We're in 31st because we're tied with San Jose in points, but we have 2 games in hand, so we have a better points percentage.
And the Hawks just going on a tear these last 3 games. It really helped,
Yeah, that's true.
Picking up points like it's Easter egg hunt, just picking them up.
I was gonna say San Jose is probably gonna win tonight, but never mind. They just got scored on, and it's 5-4 that they're up, which is just so funny. Like, they go up 4-0, I think. Yeah, 4-0. Nope, 3-0. But score 4 goals in the first 8 shots against Saros, and then Nashville's climbing their way back. Anyway, doesn't matter.
It's kind of funny because that's exactly how it went against Chicago. Well, not exactly. Let's get into it. Hawks played Nashville on, what was it,
Thursday.
This is one of those games that usually I'm like, fuck. Nashville, Saros is going to go off.
Yep.
And just play fucking off out of his mind.
That's all he does is just go off.
And then, halfway through the game, you get a little Stamkos power play bomb. And I'm just like, fuck. Well, at first, I was like, yes, the Hawks didn't score first.
Yes. That was literally my immediate thought, was just like, fuck yeah, dude.
Hawks didn't score first. Hawks get it back in the second period with a little Beduzzi Bertuzzi magic. Have you heard about the dynamic duo in Chicago?
Mm-hmm. Was this the first game that they had little Frankie on the line?
I think so. Yeah,
dude. I thought he was going to score like 6 times.
Dude, was this it this one, or was it? Yeah, it was this one that Bedard. No, that was Vegas. Never mind. The one that Bedard, wicked angle, just missed it, and then there was another one up close,
mm-hmm.
and then
that was. I think that was the first game, actually. Now that you mentioned that, because I think that was the game where, I don't know. They might have had.
No, they played this game. They played this game together.
But I think it was the Vegas game where
that really made
I'm mixing them up.
Yeah.
And the Vegas game is also when Reichel was like a beast, a monster.
Which is something you haven't heard much this year.
It's okay.
Hawks take the lead in the second as well from Alex Martinez, from Seth Jones, and Tyler. Tyler. I keep wanting to say Todd Bertuzzi lately. I don't know why. I just keep instinctively going to say Todd. Tyler Bertuzzi picked up the assist on that one. And the Hawks looked like they had this one in the bag. Who was in net for this one against Soderblom? Played out of his fucking mind. He made 38 saves on 41 shots. He did the Hawks let up one with about 3 minutes left to Forsberg, who happened to be his 300th goal of his career, forcing it to overtime. Nothing doing. Then it goes to a shootout, and everybody gets a goal except for Bedard.
Yeah, that's okay.
So Blackhawks had the lead, couldn't finish it, dropped this one 3-2, but pick up an overtime point.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, it was a decent game. Hawks played well. I wish they could have gotten an actual dub out of it, but sometimes it's just not what happens.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, Hawks didn't test Saros as much, only 26 shots on goal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there were like many high danger shots on this one. So
only one power play chance.
It was kind of a very boring game when you think about it.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Saturday, the Hawks took on the Vegas Golden Knights in Chicago, and I was like, fuck, this could be very bad. Hawks coming in this one on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, but if you know anything about the Hawks this year, is they play well against the better teams in the league. And I don't know why, but they're like, okay, like this game, we actually have to try a lot harder. Like, okay,
yeah, I think going into this one,
do that all the time.
Going into this one, they had like 2-3 record in January, or their last 5 games against like teams with a 500 record or more. So it's like they for some reason step up. And then again, good omen, Vegas scores first.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Lucas Reichel. I think this is the one you were talking about. Him just fucking.
Yeah, it was nasty. He's pretty good. He honestly was looking like so confident. Like he's been looking confident, but it's nice to have him on a better line now and getting more ice time. And just like having that ability to like actually let loose.
Like I'm rewatching this goal, and like this is what I always expected him to be.
Mm-hmm.
Was this whole sequence, and I don't know if it's just been, like you said, playing with better players, because him and Doc together has been unreal. I have loved that combo. I feel like, I think you said this outside of recording, that like the lines are finally gelling.
Yeah.
And you're building chemistry, and you're seeing guys doing things that they should be doing. I mean, there's Bertuzzi, Reichel, Bedard, like everybody is feeling it. Nazar is like starting to get comfortable out there. So it's like, it's been a lot easier to go. The outcomes might not be going our way, but the score has been the actual hockey has been so much better.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, like, I'm thinking about how, whenever they have those skates and all the kids are still out there long enough, like just hanging out long, just shooting all together. It's like, oh, who would have thought that, you start putting them on the same lines, that they'd start producing a little bit better or looking a little bit better when like they're always out there together anyway.
Right. I mean, crazy concept.
Yeah.
And then
I like the fact that Foligno's on that line now, because he was a good mentor on Bedard's line, and then like I think Beduzzi's like settled pretty well into like his role in the NHL.
Yeah,
and I think like now like having some sort of guidance for Doc and the two of them playing alongside Reichel is a much better like guys that can handle themselves in the corners in front of the net than like Maroon and Craig Smith.
Oh, 100%. Both guys out right now with injuries too, by the way. So after the Reichel goal, he just fucking woke the boys up, because 40 seconds later on the power play, Bertuzzi gets back on the board again.
Another tip.
Seth Jones and Teravainen with the assist on that one. Teravainen, I feel like he hasn't been as noticeable with these new line changes, but he's still finding the score sheet. He's still like showing his value as like a veteran presence on this team. Like he's doing all the right things quietly. It feels, you know what I mean? Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, he had two points this game. Yeah, getting him back with Mikheyev, I think that was a really good matchup. And then with Dickinson, like, just that was a solid line. They're very, very responsible on each end of the ice.
They had a nice play in the game against Carolina, but I mean, we'll save that. But yes, that was another power play goal. And then just before the end of the period, Taylor Hall gets on the board, his 9th of the season from Patrick Maroon and Ryan Donato. The Hawks go up 3-1 going into the second period. And then it was like, oh shit, here comes Vegas. Thomas Hurdle, 2 goals, one's regular and 1 power play goal. It's scary how quick those guys can just fucking turn it on.
Yeah, I know, but it's like one of those times where like it could have probably been worse because like there's times in this earlier in the season where we've seen the Hawks get caught like 2 quick goals and then there's also a third and possibly more. So them only getting 2 was good for the Hawks.
Yeah. And then to stop the bleeding, everybody's favorite Blackhawk, Seth Jones puts one in with just about just over a minute left in the second to make it 4-3 with assist from Beduzzi and Nazar. Love seeing Nazar on the score sheet. Kid's fucking like I love that kid, man. He is so fucking good, and he is going to be a fucking problem. Like he's not going to be like that fancy, 100-point guy all the time kind of thing. But what he's going to do for this team, like you said, he's the perfect like Jonathan Taves.
Dude, I think that he has the ability to like. He would probably have like 1 year where you're like, oh shit, he had 100 points. Like what the fuck? But I feel like when he starts to actually find the back of the net frequently and like just getting these assists to like with Bedard and everything, he'll probably be close to like 70, 75, which would be nice if he's on the same line. Figure it out.
And hopefully doesn't have a Khrushchev type of fall from grace from playing with Bedard and then gets pulled from Bedard and just can't find his game again.
I don't think you would.
No, I don't think so either.
Because just the way that he played on his own, like in the AHL, like he was making it happen, leading that team.
Those two, that's the closest they're going to get in conversation is Khrushchev and Nazar is making up a fake situation that's never going to happen. Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Nazar is just that much better. And it's so fun watching him out there because he is so fucking fast too.
Yeah, he is.
Like this team is going to be so fucking fast with like Nazar, Oliver Moore. Like it's just, dude, you are just gonna, you can't, do the fancy, play passing over there. Fine, fuck you. We'll blow past you out there on the outside and make the play happen that way. Like,
yeah, that's all you gotta do. Fun. Dude, if you ever play NHL, like all you gotta do is just wheel down the side, wheel down the boards. Like you always beat the defenseman.
Wheel down the boards, go in the corner, do a little cutout, throw it in front, easy goal.
Yeah, all day, every day. I don't understand why they don't just run that play all the time.
Yeah, right?
18-0.
I do it so easily in NHL. Like it should translate. It's the same fucking name. Yeah, NHL. Come on.
It's the same shit. This game was Seth Jones' best game of the year, huh?
Probably, yeah. Because then he goes and he picks up another assist in the third period on another Tyler Bertuzzi power play goal. Also Teravainen gets the other assist on that. I mean so that's 3 points for Seth Jones in this one.
A little Tyler Teravainen.
Is that what I said?
No, it just sounded like you're about to.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, no, Seth Jones 3 points in this game.
Yep.
He absolutely needed this. I think the damage is done. I don't think it's ever going to be like, oh my God, Seth Jones, people are going to be all over him. Like that ship has sailed. But it was definitely like a nice reminder to be like, oh shit, he can play. Dislike him all you want him off the team as you want, but you can't deny that he's a solid player.
Yeah, he's got 6 points in the last 4 games.
You dick.
Just saying.
I was about to. That's why I told you not to look at the fucking stats. Dick.
I forgot already. Oops.
So Mrazek played pretty well in this one. Stopping, what was it, 32 of 35.
Yep.
Hawks snapped their 3-game skid. Vegas goes on to lose 5 of their last 6 after this one, which is just love to see it.
Absolutely love to see it.
And then the Hawks wrap up their schedule from our recording week against the Hurricanes, which was a very low turnout. The United Center, that was being noted many times by beat writers and fans talking about how empty the United Center was. But there was a national championship game for Notre Dame. It was a crappy weather. It was a holiday.
Yeah, it's like 6 degrees. And then I don't know if anything of like not beating Carolina in the last like 6 games or 6. Was it 6 or 16? I have no idea.
I think it was over 16.
I don't know. I made that up.
I know they're 0 for 5. At least their last 5.
Okay, so it might have been 6 that I had seen and not 16, but I would have believed 16. But the fact that they haven't beaten Carolina in a while, Carolina's just been really good though.
Yeah. Well, and here's a name that we haven't heard from much in the lineup. Philip Kurashev is the reason why we lost this game. He gets the Hawks on the board first with about halfway through the first.
It's like he's the reason we lost. I don't even think he was out there at OT.
Yeah, no, he lost the game for the Hawks by scoring first. Sick goal though. I will give it to him.
It was good, yeah.
The Tyler Bertuzzi on the knee and just deflected in.
Yeah, he took a page out of Bertuzzi's book, and I just love that. Like in our group chat, we're like, "Fucking sign him." Yeah, 8 years, contract. 8 years, get him on the team again.
You're like, is he back?
I was like, he's back. He's back, baby. Let's go. He's only minus 43 now. Sorry, minus 26.
Yeah, fuck it. Donato on that gets the assist. Louis Crevier gets his first career assist. Good for the kid. He's now got 3 points. Is that his
first career assist, or is it just his first assist of the year?
Wasn't this his debut this year?
I'm pretty sure he had a couple of games last year.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot, which is very possible.
I'll find out. Let's see.
All right.
He has 4 assists in his career.
Okay, so never mind. Strike that. I'm just an idiot. First is the season.
This season.
Hey, his first career assist of the year 2025. Okay, take it easy.
He played 24 games last year.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I remember that?
Because we all forget these years. We're gonna forget them easily. He played 24 games. He was a minus 16, and he averaged 15 minutes and 41 seconds of time on ice. This year, he's played 18 games. He's a minus 1, which is way better. And 6 fewer games. He still has time to catch up, but I don't think it's going to happen. And he's played about 18 and a half minutes of time on ice.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to check because we did after we talked about Nolan Allen being second in rookie scoring among defensemen, I went in and looked at more defensive stats, and so I made a post talking about that, and Louis Crevier was actually 5th among rookie defensemen in ice time. I want to see if that's changed at all.
He's probably like higher now because he's playing like 20 minutes a night.
Yeah, let's see. Defensemen, rookies. Yeah, Nolan Allen's still second in points. Sorry, I know that's not where I'm looking up here. Ice time. He's moved up to 4th.
Told you.
Let's go, kid. 1831. He's got 9 seconds behind number 3.
His last 4 games have been 20 minutes and 34 seconds against Calgary, 21-13 against Nashville, 22-12 against Vegas, and then 20-15 against Carolina.
Dude, him and Vlasic together is so good.
The Twin Towers.
Yeah, never forget.
The worst nickname for them. Oh my god.
God damn, they're so fucking good, and I'm glad that Sorensen's not forcing, them to play a part, and putting Seth Jones out there. You know what I mean? Like just to try to fix it, or whatever, or do what it was before. Crevier and Vlasic. I mean, Crevier has gone from probably being an afterthought type of player, if not spent most of his career in Rockford, to I think he's really establishing himself to be a part of this decor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it might be over. I mean, it might be overselling a little bit. It might be a little too early to be talking about that kind of stuff, but I mean,
he's holding his own very well, playing 20 minutes a night.
Right.
He's getting more ice time than guys that have been in the league for a lot longer, like TJ Brody.
Yeah, and again, this is another game that I'm kind of like, why is Brody still in the lineup? Like, I get it, he's a veteran and all that kind of stuff, but it's like,
instead of having just Kaiser and Allen out there,
right?
Instead of one or the other.
Yeah. Like, I think they need to sit him down, play him like every other, not every other game or like every few games. You switch it up, you take him out, and you get those two in together. Like, if you are all like, that's what confuses me. Like, they're all about talking about like the youth movement and all that kind of stuff. It's like, but then it's like you don't do it. It's like you can't talk about the youth movement and then not do it.
Yeah.
Shit or get off the pot.
I'm just so surprised that TJ Brody's a -18.
Really? You're surprised?
Well, with like Crevier being a -1, Kaiser's a -3, Vlasic's a -12, which is unfortunate, but he plays the most.
Yeah.
Alec Martinez is a -7. Seth Jones, -11.
I was gonna say 10.
It's like, where is he? He's just, I don't know, always out there apparently.
Kurashev, Brody, I felt was gonna have like Kurashev numbers with a minus, like because I feel like every time I notice Brody out there, I'm like, oh, there's Brody, up, there's a goal. Oh, there's Brody, up, there's a goal. Like I always feel like he's just fucking up. Like
I don't know. Like I feel like maybe I just don't notice that as often. But
he's trash, man. I hate that we got one more year of him.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Everybody will live.
Yeah. So following that one up, it was Bertuzzi again. The kid is on fucking fire right now. Picked up his 17 from Seth Jones and Frank Nazar. And then after that, it's all Carolina. They score 2 unanswered to tie it up. Seth Jarvis with a shorthanded goal. Dude, he's so good.
Yeah, I fucking love Seth Jarvis. I hate that it was against us, but whatever.
Just for your copy ties it up. And then you get Ryan Donato gives us the lead right before the end of the period. A little bit, and it's good to see him, still finding opportunities. And this was another, I think, solid shot, if I'm remembering correctly, or was it just? No, yeah, it was good.
It was a great play. It was a great pass by Taylor Hall. Oh, also Philip Kurashev got a point on that too. I didn't even realize that. 2-point night for Kurashev. Sign him. 8 years.
I forgot too, the Tyler Bertuzzi goal. They actually went back after the game and added Nazer to the assist on that one.
I thought that they should have given it to him when it happened. I was like, I think he was one of the last ones to touch it too.
I think Ben Pope even said something. He tweeted something out on the lines of like, he goes, Nazar didn't get assist on that, which is unfortunate because that was he was a big factor on that goal.
Yeah.
So
it's good. That was a funny goal too, putting off the back of Freddie Anderson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then third period, Jordan Stahl scores. It was like his 700th goal, or no, 700 point.
Yeah, 700th point.
1300th game.
Yeah.
I just love how the Hawks are the team that allows like crazy stuff to happen on historical like games now. Cam Fowler, and now fucking this.
It's been like every year some sort of milestone gets hit against the Hawks. This goal's weird though, because like it's just lost in the shuffle and somehow just makes its way in.
Yeah, this is the one I actually passed out on.
Oh yeah, no, I passed out too. It's like, why did we get in a 7? Like, don't the Hawks games at home usually start a bit earlier too? We had a 7:30 start. I think the puck drop was at 7:38. And so like this goal's happened at like 9:45. And I'm like,
why was there not whistle blown on that?
I guess they could still see it. Like that's the only thing, right? Like
so
or the ref is fucking falling asleep too.
Mrazek has it. So whistle. And then he gets poked at his glove underneath his glove and it goes in.
That doesn't make any sense.
There should have been a whistle blown. Way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's ridiculous. Like what's with I don't understand these like quick whistles and then 2 long whistles and no whistles. Like, dude, refs suck, man.
Yep.
Overtime, just about a minute in, Sebastian Aho, not the defenseman, the forward, wins it. So Hawks end up going 1-0-2 over the last 3 games, which, you know,
it's a non-losing streak.
Yeah, and
I mean they lost, but they got it's a non-pointless streak.
3 consecutive games with a point for the second time this season.
Hell yeah, buddy. Let's go. The team's good.
Plan the parade. But no, I mean, this is a really tough stretch of games coming up for the Hawks. I mean, leading up until 4 Nations. So it's like Vegas, Carolina, Tampa, Minnesota, Tampa, Carolina. And then you got February, you got the Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers, Nashville, St. Louis, leading up until
we are gonna fucking go on a fat winning streak. They're gonna play so well against all these teams. I'm not even kidding. It's like sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but like the Hawks they just play well against like the top teams. I feel like Tampa's the only team that doesn't fuck around. Like the other side of this coin where they play really well against the top teams is the top teams tend to also play their backups against us.
Right.
Which is where you saw against Vegas.
I think Carolina had Freddie Anderson back in that for the first time since October. So they're like, okay, this is a good one for you to get back in there.
We don't need to just send you down for a conditioning stint. Like you can play the Hawks. But like we did play
the age of the Hawks.
We did play Saros and like went to a shootout. I guarantee the Hawks score first in every single game. Like,
don't say that.
Dude, it's gonna be so funny when the Hawks put up like 4 or 5 against Tampa, and everybody's just gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, here's an interesting thing I saw on Hawks Reddit. I don't know if you saw it or not.
No, I didn't.
It just shows you at where this team. First off, it's a shot chart of all 32 teams and goal differential by period.
Oh yeah, okay. I saw that on the hockey subreddit though. Yeah,
bugs the shit out of me that they put the Tomahawk logo for the Hawks instead of the Indian head. Fucking shut the fuck up. Put the actual logo on there. But no, dude, Hawks are -3 goal differential in the first period.
Mm-hmm.
-13 second period.
Yep.
And -21 in the third period.
Yeah, so they start good and then they get bad as the game goes on.
So it's mind-blowing because it's like we know that they are a team that needs to learn how to put 60 minutes together. But it's just kind of jarring seeing it broken up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just realize that, oh man, they really are not that good. Like they got to figure out how to translate first period success and keep that going for the remaining 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they need to do. And I feel like they will get there at some point. I just don't understand like how it happens over and over and over and over again. You know, like where do these lapses come in and how have we not solved them? Almost 50 games into the year.
I mean, I don't know if this is just like a cop-out response or question, but I mean, does it come down to coaching? Like, is it just that they don't have a coach in play that is really hitting home, you know, You gotta be good for 60. You know, Herb Brooks. You know what? You may not be the most skilled out there, but you're in the best condition. You know, that type of thing. Like,
yeah, again.
yeah. Like, but I know it's a weird like thing, but I'm just curious. Like, is that a possibility?
I don't know. It could be. I don't like if you're on the team. In my mind, it's like, okay, like fucking lock it down. We scored. Like either get another one or fucking lock it down. I feel like every time the Hawks score, it's always like a quick reaction attack back that like teams have where the Hawks are like on their heels. Then all of a sudden, it's like you got to brace yourself. Like you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Like, you do what you can to fucking kill the momentum at that point for like other teams that are trying to build it up. Like the biggest issue that I think that they have when that shit starts to happen is they try to get too fancy with getting the puck out of the fucking zone, and then they can't do it, and they get hemmed in, and teams end up getting chance after chance after chance after chance, just build momentum. Like I feel like they just really got to stop being afraid to just get the fucking puck out and ice it at that. Like, who cares? Like, I know, like, the other issue with that is, like, they don't win enough draws. But
right, that's a big thing too. It's like it's hard to keep things going in your favor when you end up on defense right away right off the draw.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
And I know we shit on it, and especially them, but it's like, give us Islanders hockey, you know, like successful Islanders hockey. It's not the best hockey to watch. It's boring as shit, but you get your goal, and all they do is they frustrate you and make it impossible for you to get the puck in the zone and get shots on goal. If that's what it needs to take until the team's ready to just completely blow you out of the water offensively with talent and skill, then so be it. Play a fucking ugly, boring hockey.
Yeah. Like, learn how to play defensively completely sound before you start trying to create so much offense that it's going to, like, shit on people.
Yeah. So, coming up, the Hawks, like I mentioned really quickly, but this Friday at the United Center, Tampa Bay is in town. Sunday, Minnesota is in town. And then the following Tuesday, the Hawks start a little mini road trip with in Tampa Bay. Then Carolina to wrap up the month. And then, like I said, they got Florida and then just a couple more games before they get a nice little 2-week break for the Four Nations.
It's interesting that they go Tampa, Carolina, then Florida.
Yeah, I honestly did not even think about that until you just pointed that out.
And yeah, there's only a day off in between each game too. So it's like, oh, okay. I just, out of all the games that are coming up, that Florida game could be a disaster.
Oh yeah. You know, it's funny then too. It's like
it's a noon game too. Fuck.
Holy
shit.
shit.
And it's on ABC.
ABC. So it's national.
They're gonna get smoked.
And then it's funny looking at the schedule after the Four Nations, because they're like, oh shit, we got to hurry up and get these games in, because I think it literally looks every other day for the rest of the year with a couple back-to-backs.
Well, I mean, okay, there is 2 days off in between a few, but most of them.
I'm saying, like, it's a lot of, like, only get a handful of 2 days off.
Yeah, there's not many 3-day off night, or there's no 3 days off in a row.
That's crazy. Lots of hockey though. That's cool. I like
it. The other thing I wanted to point out too is like the after that Florida game that's nationally televised, they play the Oilers, and then that's also nationally televised on TNT. So 2 games in a row, not gonna do well.
Get a nice pissed off McDavid back.
I think he'll probably be cooled down at that point. But I mean, you might be able to goad him into, another cross check to the face.
I mean, do you want to talk about that real quick, or?
Sure.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, like you should be suspended.
See, I don't. I think that he was justified to fucking hit him.
Yeah, but like not with a cross check to the face. Just punch him in the face. I don't understand.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of ridiculous, but I mean, honestly though, I feel like that's on officiating that it even got to that point, because fucking Granlund is like holding him down on the ice.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand.
like you're holding the best player in the world on the ice with a 1-goal game, in your
he's doing
defensive
his
zone.
job.
But that's not legal. You can't
call
do
the
that.
fucking penalty.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Know.
And I feel like it shouldn't have been. At least it should not have been a 3-game suspension. I don't think that at all.
I don't know. I feel like a suspension was warranted, but maybe not 3 games.
I think maybe a game.
Make a fucking example out of them.
And then, so you're saying that a retaliation cross check is the same suspension as just a random cross check to the face.
It's probably because he didn't fucking get anything for elbowing Marcus Johansson in the head against Minnesota, like a few during the same week.
That was also a very slow play. That was a little.
It's like you didn't need to fucking hit him in the head.
No, it was just so funny.
They're like, okay, bud, fucking calm down.
I just remember seeing that one, and I was like, is that full speed, or is this? Is this like a slow mo, like to show the hit contact? And I was like, no, that's actually like the regular footage. I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't that fast. That wasn't that quick and all that. But no, I was just curious. I don't think it should have been 3-game suspension. I think that's a little ridiculous, but I get it at the same time.
I think send a message to the rest of the league. We don't give a shit who the fuck you are. You do that stuff, you're getting suspended. It's so funny.
All right, let's just talk about two Hawks players right now. We kind of mentioned their names a few times.
Phil Kershaw, Seth Jones.
Yeah. Fucking Tyler Bertuzzi's a beast. Connor Bedard doesn't suck. Still doesn't suck.
Are you sure though?
In their last 9 games, they both have 8 points.
So not even a point per game. Wow.
Bertuzzi 5 goals, 3 assists, and Bedard 3 goals, 5 assists. Like since they have been aligned together, like just the confidence Bedard's been showing. Like I noticed it too. We mentioned it with the Vegas game with the snipe from the weird angle, like bad angle that just hit the crossbar, and then he had a couple chances that was just denied. And then watching against Carolina, him just walking the puck around, like up at the blue line. There's a couple times where I'm like, oh, he's dead in the water. He's gonna turn that over, and he's able to, make the extra move and free up some space and get the puck over. It's just now that he's got line mates to play with, and that are not on his level, but like more par with what his skill set needs.
Yeah,
it's a completely different Bedzi.
He not only can just rip the puck on that from anywhere, he knows that he can probably put it just a little bit wide, and Bertuzzi's there. Yeah, and like that's such good reassurance to just be like, oh, I don't have an open shot. Where's his stick? There it is. Like, all right.
And the other thing with Bedard too, it's like I was curious how he was going to respond after his 9-game point streak snapped, and he follows it up with 3 more games, and then he didn't get a point last night against Carolina. But it's like he's not it's not like discouraging and all that kind of stuff. He just keeps going and going, and I think it's finally clicking, and it's just fun to watch, man. I think I put like the Instagram story of that shot against Vegas where I'm just like, even when he's missing the net or not scoring, he's still the best player on the ice. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm curious if like with his current play, if he keeps it up and builds on this, like I'm wondering if we're going to just stop seeing many 2 games in a row with no point,
Yeah, I mean, I think if he's consistently playing with these guys that he's comfortable with and that can handle his play, and I think you're gonna see a major jump in points for him.
That'd be pretty neat,
especially too if it gets Nazar going too.
Because he's got 5 points now. How many has he had recently? Because I feel like he's gotten
at least
like 3 in the last 3 games or something.
At least it feels like it.
Let's see. Little Frankie, he's got 2 in the last 3 games.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, and I was hesitant on him being called up and from Rockford, and it's like just let him over season. But at the same time, and then he wasn't producing and all that kind of stuff, and it was getting frustrated. And then it's like, I mean, I'll admit that I was like, oh well, fuck, we shouldn't. They blew it. They shouldn't have done it. But then it's like you sit back and you watch him actually playing, and he's doing all the right things.
Oh yeah, you're like, he belongs up here for sure. There's so many times where I think he's going to score shorthanded. He's gonna fucking light the lamp.
There hasn't been a time that I've watched him and just been like, he's over his head. Like when he makes mistakes, it's typical like young kid mistakes and all that, young, fresh in the league type of mistakes. But the confidence he already has, and just like I'll say it, the cockiness, like especially after he scored his first goal last year, we did the whole
the
Sully, slip back hair Sully. Like the kid's got the confidence to play. And it's just, God, this team's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Patience.
Nobody has patience. That's the thing.
No.
How I said like he played, like Nashville was the game that I was like, I'm pretty sure he had a great game that game. I was right because he had 6 shots that game.
Jesus.
And I was, I thought that he was gonna score so many times. It's just
the kid.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He had that the nasty sauce pass to Bedard against Vegas. That Samsonov got his pad on, but it's just like, these two, let's go.
Dude, it's gonna be a fucking blast, man. Just be patient and trust the process and just let it happen. That's the other thing I kind of tweeted out, because it's like all I saw was like praise about, oh my God, Bertuzzi. And I'm like, so wait a second. The player that everybody was bitching about signing this offseason because he's not good, who is a historically slow player,
which is so stupid, just fucking be good,
is heating up and is playing like the type of player he should be, and you guys are all praising him now. Sounds like you guys need to just fucking calm down and trust the process and let things develop.
Yeah, he's got 5 points in his last 3 games.
Yeah, so
damn it.
Seth Jones too. 5 points in the last 3 games, including a game-winning goal.
Are the Hawks back?
Yeah, it's our back, baby. No,
let's go.
One more thing before we go to the farm and wrap up Hawks talk. Has this been confirmed yet? The news about the vice president of hockey ops?
I think so. Yeah.
So it was broke yesterday, right before puck drop. The Minnesota Wild writer for The Athletic sent it out. The Blackhawks hired Chris O'Hearn as the vice president of hockey operations, which a lot of people are talking and saying that it's a really good move. He's like a contract wizard. He had a lot to do with the negotiation of the he had something to do with the negotiation of CBA, or he is like his knowledge of the CBA. There's something with the CBA that it's going to be a huge asset, which is going to be good, because I mean, there's going to be some tough contract negotiations coming up in terms of making the cap work and everything. So glad to see Katie going in and get in extra help in that position.
Yeah, I'm curious if it's just because of all the young kids are going to start getting their first contracts. Like if that's going to just be like, something to help out there.
And then if he's going big and further going big fish hunting this offseason with potentially Marner being available, Mikko Rantanen, seems like he is. Was it Elliot Freeman 32 Thoughts says it sounds like he can't believe it, but it sounds like he will not be a Colorado Avalanche next year.
He was saying that they feel like if they can't get a deal done, they might look at actually dealing him, like trading him before the deadline.
I wonder if anybody would take him without a contract in place.
You got to think, like, if Colorado really just wants to get something for him, and another team that's like in the playoffs, if you're in the Eastern, like I'm sure they wouldn't want to trade him to like a West team that they might end up having to face. But if you're an Eastern team that's in the playoffs and you can add a Mikko Rantanen for, probably not anything too expensive because there's no guarantee on that contract. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, that just sounds crazy because, like, I feel like Colorado, like, if you want to fucking go for a cup this year, like, he's helping you make that run. Like, unless you're getting some sort of, like, package of roster players that can somewhat fill it a little bit better than, I don't know. Like, what are you doing?
He's 6 right now in the NHL in points.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be crazy. I wonder what, like, their fans, like, I don't really care because I have a feeling on what that's gonna be like, but just to hear, like, what is it? Fucking Joe Sakic. Just like, what is he doing? Oh my god. But they are probably set on, like, not having him make more than McKinnon.
Well, they were also saying that the Draisaitl deal fucked everything up.
That's what Bowman does. Dude, that's what he does. He does not care for your shit anywhere else. He's like, two $10 million contracts. Like,
all right. I want to wrap this up, so I'm just gonna ask this real quick. No explanation, just gut reaction, okay? Yes. Off season, they're both available. Who do you sign? Marner or Rantanen?
Rantanen.
Okay.
He's won a cup. He's made it past the first round several times.
He's not a little diva bitch. Okay.
He's able to produce pretty goddamn well. He's huge too. Fucking nickname's Moose. Like, that's awesome.
All right. So you want to go to the farm real quick, or you want to wrap it?
I did find just like
a couple things,
random stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal.
All right, well, we'll do a nice little.
Nick Lardis has 5 goals in his last 4 games.
Man, it's almost like Team Canada could have used some offense like that in World Juniors.
I found it. I just located this pretty cool site called flashscore.com, and I was looking at Roman Kancerov's game logs.
Oh, no shit.
It actually has like a game up, like a player rating for like the games, which is like crazy to me. And like it even includes like NHL ones. Like Bedard had a 7.6 player rating against Vegas.
There you go.
I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, Kancerov is still pretty great. Can't wait to see what that kid's gonna look like.
Off who? All right.
He's got like another year in the K. Then
he's got one more year. Yeah, he's got one more year, and doesn't sound like there's any intention on having him break his contract to come over here, which is fine.
Yeah.
So
they're like, no. We don't need to be too good too soon. We gotta wait.
Yeah.
We got like another draft where we can load up, maybe get Gavin McKenna, and
I really think this upcoming draft's it. I think after this one.
Oh yeah, no. This draft is like the last one that we should be like in the bottom 3. But I'm saying we'll still be able to be eligible for a first overall pick.
I don't think so.
In the lottery next year.
Don't think so.
You don't think we will?
I think after this, the following year, they're going to be a lottery pick, but their best they could do is move up 10. They're not going to be going.
Oh, you think that they're going to be like in that 11, 12, 13? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're high. But that's fine. Let's get high.
Confidence, man. Confidence and belief. Trust the process. Okay, episode 306. What do you want to call it?
Connor Bedard sucks.
Not doing that. A little Bertuzzi, how about?
Yeah, whatever you want. I don't know.
Should be something with Seth Jones. Ooh. Last week was he's got to go. Should this week be he can stay?
Yeah, right. Just who? Seth Jones.
Okay, that's it. All right, I was. What did you say?
I said I fucking hate that. I just said that. It's so stupid.
All right. Well, episode 306. Who? Seth Jones. Make sure to follow it on your favorite podcast feeds: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Big T. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Some cool shit going on there. If you saw the social media, we announced our new series WCBP watch-alongs with Andrew Petzinger. So Posey's back, and it's gonna be fun seeing him do some play-by-play for Hawks games and any other game. I'm sure he'll do some Four Nations as well.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, love you, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.